You're finally here. Bring them in quickly. So this is the infamous hunter I heard so much about. I'm so glad to finally have them. They look even better in person than in the photos. Cuts and bruises aside. What I intend to do with them is my business. As for payment, here you are. Feel free to count. It's all there. They look so peaceful sleeping like that, despite their injuries. How long will they be in this trance? I see. I just have to say their surname and they will awake. Very well. Is there anything else I should know about them? There was 9 of you before you started hunting them. I expected nothing less. You're well aware of the danger of capturing them. Don't worry. I'll be careful with them. Thank you all for your services. Until next time. Just uttering their last name will awake them. Okay then. Van Helsing. Hello, little human. Did you sleep well? Who am I? My name is Selvaria, and as for where you are, Van Helsing, you're home. Mine, to be exact. And yours now, too. I've spent quite a lot of money trying to track you down, but I finally have you, Van Helsing. Yes, I've spent almost a century trying to capture one of you, and here you are, a real Van Helsing. Oh, you should have seen when they held the auction for you. And your name was uttered. Vampire counts and countess in an uproar, all making plans for you. Hushed whispers by servants, and even a few fearful looks just from your name. You should be proud of yourself. And just look at that pretty face of yours. Strong heartbeats, piercing eyes. Tell me, Helsing, are you scared? Oh, you're a terrible liar, Van Helsing. The look in your eyes. You're scared. But what else? Confused. Angry. And maybe even a bit of lustful gaze. What am I planning to do with you? You'll find out, Helsing. Don't worry. Nothing as exciting as killing you or torturing you. I'm not as sadistic as my peers. No. I simply want you, Van Helsing, though I have to admit, I'm quite curious about how your blood tastes. I can smell it from here. I suppose it'd be fitting I'd be the one to drink from you. Maybe it's fate. What do you mean? Isn't it obvious, Helsing? I come from a famous bloodline as well. Does the name Dracula ring any bells? Oh my. It looks you just turned a shade of pale, Helsing. Oh, I'm sure you've heard of vampires making that claim before. But I'm the real thing, dearie. It must be fate for us to meet like this. Me standing over you, and you chained up on my floor. Now, let me get a taste of you, Helsing. How does it feel to be defenseless like this, Helsing? I can feel your heart racing. Your breathing is shallow, and this neck of yours simply begging for my fangs. But for now, I'll wait for now. Do I think I can hold you here? Yes, actually, I think I'm more than capable of keeping you here. But don't worry, you'll realize soon enough you're not a prisoner. However, in the meantime, I'm going to have to relinquish you of any tools or weapons. Don't worry, you'll get them back when I can trust you not to do anything rash. What is this? A cell phone. Huh. I'm going to let them capture me. I'll send for help once I arrive. Really? They didn't check to see if you had a phone. Ugh. Let me guess. Friends of yours? Your Quincy and Mina? Maybe a Seward or Jonathan, perhaps. I'd love to meet them, but let's just focus on us for now. Oh, what's this? These markings. Van Helsing, I'm shocked. I never imagined one of you would dabble in the dark arts. Anything to gain the advantage in a fight, huh? No, I'm not berating you. I'm more impressed you'd do something so risky and manage to pull it off, is all. They look like they run over your whole body. Oh, such an archaic view of vampires. Helsing, I have so much to teach you about the modern-day vampire. Some of which we can discuss over dinner. And maybe you can regale me with some of your family's adventures over the centuries. Yes, dinner. I must say, it's been some time since I've cooked. But the internet is a lifesaver. I even brought out the best china for you. Helsing, darling, look at me. I can assure you, I have no intentions in harming a single hair on that pretty head of yours. The war between vampires and humans is over, but I need your help in doing so. I'll explain in better details at dinner, don't worry. Now, I'm going to leave and get dinner ready. You seem to be making progress getting out of those chains. So when you're done wiggling out of them, you can join me for dinner. I've been watching you this whole time, Helsing. Of course I've noticed. Now, be a good little human and come down that hole when you're done. I'd hate for your food to get cold. We will discuss your leaving arrangement, as well as my intentions with you. Don't keep me waiting. Oh, perfect. There you are, Helsing. Please have a seat. Would you like a drink? It's not blood. It's a Merlot. I've been keeping it for the last 200 years. I still remember the day I bought it. Anyway, I hope the food is to your liking. Now, what I want from you... No, it's not poisoned. Try it. See? Now, about what I need from you. I'd like for you and me to call a truce between humans and vampires. Times have changed, Van Helsing. Vampires are dwarfed in numbers by humans. We live in a time where one slip up could expose our existence. We live in a time where getting blood doesn't require killing humans, and in turn, doesn't require vampires to die. True, I can't speak for every vampire, the same way you can't speak for every vampire hunter, but it would be a start. I'm not saying vampires and humans would work side by side in harmony, but we can coexist. Why you? Why not you? You're a Van Helsing, a descendant of the original Van Helsing who stood against Count Dracula. Your family dedicated itself to slaying creatures of the night, generations after generations. No other family has done what yours has. And that's what I find so fascinating about you, Van Helsing. Me? Upset about what happened to my grandfather? No, not really. He was preying on humans, and in turn, they fought back. I can't blame them. Yes, my grandfather. Helsing, you seem surprised by my age. Not into older women, Helsing. That blush on your face is cute, though. So will you help me, Helsing? Help me bring peace between vampires and humans? You can trust me, Helsing. I know we might have gotten off to a rough start, but trust me, please. Oh, you won't regret this, Helsing. Now, as far as your living arrangements, I asked for your things to be delivered here. Your room will be my old study. It's the room connected to mine. I'll show you around after dinner. Of course. After all, we're friends now, aren't we? Script by Calamity Hex and artwork by Dawn Ratman. Merci.